I want to make this like a normal day with zero preparation. Absolutely.
Plans, yep.
Yeah. Preparation, no nothing.
Just ad-lib it the whole way.
Ad-lib it the whole way. So please tell us you're buying. So
So
this is the story you started, and you wanted to save this. You are at the liquor store.
I'm at a liquor store.
Hold on. Not buying liquor, just buying
scolded
lottery
me
tickets.
when I looked at it.
I lied. I
Just
was buying liquor. But I did buy lottery tickets too, which is the most important part of that trip.
So where's your local liquor store? Where do you go?
It's actually I think it used to be called Star Liquors. It's actually right on Nagel, and it's right by Superdog. It's right down the block from.
Yeah.
It's not called Star Liquors anymore.
I know that one. How the fuck do you even get there, dude? Where do you park in the middle of Milwaukee?
No, you just park
Avenue?
in Milwaukee by Dunkin' Donuts across the street. And it's like Frogger, just don't get hit by a car.
That's what I'm saying. It's the worst location.
No, actually, there are gaps.
You're running across a very busy
there are
With-
gaps on Milwaukee
with weird
Avenue.
lights, yeah.
And if you time the lights right, actually, it is like a little break there. But yeah, you got to be a little careful. You don't want to do that because there is a pretty heavily trafficked
I feel like
area.
you're the least careful person I know.
No, I'm very cautious.
No, I know.
So.
But
I got it timed.
I could see him crossing the street after he was leaving the liquor store, taking a sip out of the bottle, and looking at his lottery tickets and just getting plowed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
By a
People
car.
And then,
By a
no,
landscaper.
the worst would be if I got plowed and then the ticket obviously blew out of my hand and then someone picked it up and that was the winning ticket. So I guess I would have that going.
So you could. My name is early. Yeah. Hopefully, I'd be the one to pick it up. Yeah.
So long story short, this is the story. So I'm at the liquor store. Yes, buying liquor, Mark, and buying lottery tickets too. And then I got my back, so I'm facing the cashier, getting lottery tickets. And a guy behind me in line, he says, "Good luck" to me. He's obviously talking to me. So
you know why? Because he's just going to follow you into the parking lot.
Yeah.
And either kill you and rape you, or rape you and kill you.
Wait, is this like
and he's a bigger guy. He's like, hey man, I'm going to come after you. So mate, good luck.
Well, isn't that called jig? So I think there's a new crime called jigging, where like basically you heard of jigging, right? You know what that is, right?
No, I don't know any of these terms because I don't do them or have them done.
So
to me.
jigging is where people, I think it's at a casino or an ATM. So basically, the thieves like wait for people to take a large amount of money out of their bank or ATM, or they see they win money at the casino. Then they follow them to a secondary location, and then they just rob them.
That's what happened to Jimmy Morrow.
Really?
Yeah, he took like $4,000 out of the bank.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Threw it in the middle, threw it in his console, went like across the parking lot.
Yeah.
Stopped his car, got out, and then somebody broke into his car, broke a window, and took the money.
Oh wow! Yeah, so obviously he was being watched. So at least he wasn't hurt. So that was good. But that's a real thing. I never heard of the term, but it's called jigging.
Okay. What happened when the guy wished you luck, Ted? What happened?
So long story short, I'm getting the lottery tickets.
Good luck with the story.
I heard the guy say "good luck" to me. So I turn around, and it's a grown man. Looks like he's his late 30s, early 40s. He's wearing a full Cubs jersey, Cubs hat, sunglasses on top of his hat, even though it's 5:00 at night. And I said, thanks. And I said, good luck to you. And I was thinking, because he was going to buy lottery tickets too. He goes, no, man. He goes, the Cubs have to win the game tonight. Obviously, this is the one they played the other night. So they have to win. I said, well, and then of course my mistake was I tried to engage him in some minor sports talk. I said, well, I know they lost pretty bad the first game. In fact, I heard that's the first time a team gave up 9 or 10 runs in the first 2 innings. He's like, and it was like throwing water on a vampire. He was just like,
Ted,
it's like hate to relive a bad experience.
You don't say something negative about a guy's team.
No, but
when he's literally wearing a Cubs thong.
No, but then I said
to the 7-Eleven.
No, but then I said I hope they play well tonight. I hope they win. He goes, and it's like I wasn't even there at that point. He was just like, they got to win this game tonight, or else it's just. And I'm just like, wow, this guy's true. He was a true believer. I mean,
technically they have to win tomorrow night's game.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, you know what? If I was that passionate about anything, I'd never leave the house, man. But this guy was, he was a true believer. I was like, bravo.
Okay, can we comment?
There was a time.
Can we comment on your story now?
Yes, you.
Okay. So, it's safe to assume that he's in a liquor store and it's full of grown-ups, right? So he has to preface saying it's a grown man behind him.
Mister.
It's a grown man behind him. This is a grown man behind me at the liquor store.
By the way,
okay, so Ted,
this is what
there
he was
aren't many
buying.
kids. And very truthfully, there aren't many kids in a liquor store, so you don't have to say like,
and he wasn't,
there's a guy
right.
behind. Yeah.
And he wasn't wearing his sunglasses. He had them on his hat. So obviously he had them during the day. And he went in the store. He didn't need them on anymore.
No,
Ted had to point out the fact
actually,
and he had sunglasses on his head, even though it's 5:00.
Here's the funniest
Still
part.
Light at 5.
I saw what he was buying because he was obviously buying some liquor too. It was just one tall can of beer.
Oh, and you followed him out to the car and you jigged him.
No,
is this what happened?
Ted turned to him and he said, How did you mean good luck for the Cubs? No, I never meant that.
And then the best part was when I saw with that can of beer, I'm like, yep, he's the kind of guy that would buy one single can of beer, a large can of beer. I'm like, yep.
I am always nervous about the guy that buys one because if you buy a 12-pack and you only drink 2, you still can keep them for later.
Yeah.
So buying one can of beer is scary.
I'm like,
are you going somewhere where you're going to have beer and you just need one for the road?
No,
because
one for the road, yeah.
Because honestly, that level of crazy. Because usually the craziest people are even like drink or do drugs. I'm like, to have that level of crazy and just have one can of beer, I'm like, man, you know what? I would pay good money to whatever state of mind that dude's in.
Well, he probably, you know what? He probably didn't want to get too messed up. The game didn't start till like 8:00 or something.
But I can't impress upon you how adamant he was that the Cubs needed to win that game. I mean, it was like
And Teddy, people are really into it. I mean, when the Sox were winning, and during that season, 2006, God. Fucking 20 years ago.
That's crazy. That was wasn't Paul Konerko
2005,
playing?
yeah.
Paul Konerko was the first baseman, right, for the Cubs or for the Sox at that time, right? I can't even remember.
Paul Konerko.
Definitely
Paul Konerko.
Judge
Franks and
Watkins.
beans.
Definitely Konerko.
Beans and
Yeah,
Franks.
I mean, you know, I was a season ticket holder, Steve and I, and we went to all the games, and we were really into it. I mean, we were really into it.
So I'm going to bring up one more thing, then I won't bring it up again. So the last thing I'm going to bring up is
That'll be the last thing he says.
So the first Sox.
Can I just ask one more question?
The first Sox game I ever went to.
Hold on. I got to do this too. Then, if you're going to start talking, I'm going to start drinking.
So the first Sox game I ever went to, I think it was Old Comiskey Park years ago. A fight broke out, and this was like the first professional baseball game I've ever been to. So and so now that
Ted, it's a baseball game on the south side of Chicago.
I know.
Of course, a fight. Ted, you missed the first. Mark's laying on the couch.
But in hindsight,
you missed the first 6 fights.
No, but in hindsight, I could see why. I said okay. In hindsight, like this guy, like if I was at a game and I was rooting for the other team, wherever they are, like say it's Milwaukee, I could see this guy going like, ballistic. Like if I was like taunting like not him, but just like taunting the Cubs and the Cubs were losing. Like, is this guy such a true believer?
Because you're in Chicago and rooting for someone else.
Yeah, but I could see like this guy's so far gone mentally that it almost creates like a dangerous situation.
Ted, all he was into the game. So now he's gone from
into
the game.
He wasn't in the game.
to a psychotic wearing sunglasses at night who's going to murder the first person that says, I'm from Milwaukee and my father played for the Milwaukee Brewers. I'll fucking kill you, man. I will kill you. Yeah, I don't see that happening. But I mean, maybe he was a crazy person. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I treaded very carefully around him. I said, "Hey, I hope the Cubs do well." Even though I heard they lost it.
First of all, you're in a liquor store and a guy says to you, "Good luck." The Chicago way, you turn around and go like this, go, "Shut the fuck up," and then you walk away. Okay, you don't acknowledge anyone in this city at all when they say anything.
I'm going
to
to bet you any amount of money that
$11.
guy wasn't even talking to this dipshit.
Nope,
he wasn't even talking to you. I guarantee you he was talking to somebody else.
We were the only 2 people in line. And here's the funny thing.
There's a guy could have been talking to the random person in his head.
There's a guy behind him that walked in with a Milwaukee Brewers hat on, and he said, "Good luck." And Ted turned around, and all of a sudden it's the Ted show.
No, here's the best part. Here's the best part. So when he said good luck to me, I thought he said good luck winning the lottery because I was holding lottery tickets in my
hands.
hands.
That, Ted. You explained
But I said good luck to you, and I was thinking he's going to buy lottery tickets. And he goes, "No, I don't care about the lottery." He didn't care about millions of dollars.
Are you telling the story again?
No,
yes.
He's
retelling he's retelling it from a different point of view.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's from the point of view of someone who's insane and is constantly telling shitty stories.
He didn't care about winning millions of dollars. He just wanted the Cubs to win. So he would rather
what's more likely, Ted?
not have $10 million.
Ted, okay, but in reality, the likeliness of winning the lottery is like a gajillion to 1. The likeliness of the Cubs winning was probably like, I don't know, 1 in 10.
No, apparently it was 0 because now they're 0-2.
Milwaukee is so much better.
Definitely a gajillion to 1.
Apparently the odds of winning the lottery are better because the Cubs are 0-2.
They're even odds. They're even odds.
They're both gajillion to 1. Okay, well, I had no idea.
So we'd rather have the Cubs win than have $570 million. That's all I'm saying in this story.
Ted, he might have just had a different focus at that exact time that he was in line with a psychotic. You know what he's probably thinking?
He's probably thinking I'm the psychotic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably thinking, God, I hope this guy doesn't have a podcast and he's telling this fucking terrible story and destroying the podcast.
End the story.
Done. Okay, good.
Okay.
Moving
Don't
on.
say another word.
We have
for 10 seconds.
Oh my God, we have so many updates. Are you fucking counting to 10? You fuck. We have so many updates. So remember I asked about what color your pee should be? I got a soliloquy from. Oh man, I see if I can find this.
But if it's anything other than, there's no right answer.
Well, okay, so
it all depends on what you.
Oh, it does.
ingest.
It does. So the yellow parts go like this. If you're pale yellow, you're pee, you're normal, you're hydrated. If you're a dark yellow, you're suffering from moderate dehydration. And I didn't even know this was possible. If your pee is amber, Amber, you are basically dehydrated and you are going to die.
No, not unless you ate beets.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
I know. I mean, those are definitely signs.
If your pee is brown, you have liver or kidney problems. Obviously, red, you have blood in your urine. If you're green,
my answer is beets for everything.
Yeah. If it's pink,
that's your go-to move.
So if it's pink, you might have blood in your urine, or you ate beets or rhubarb. I did not even know this was possible. If you have blue pee, okay, because I want you to think about it. There is no blue anything. If you have blue pee, you need to immediately get in the car, go to the doctor, because you probably have a bacterial infection or a very rare infection, and you are probably going to fucking die.
So sometimes when I use the bathroom here in the studio, I'm not paying attention, and I look down, and the whole toilet's blue.
Because I put those blue things. I put those blue pucks.
Thank God. Thank God. And then
Mark's on his way
sometimes I
right
look
now.
down, and it's green.
Because the pee turns it green. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's blue, light blue, and it turns it green. Yeah, I get it. Okay, several people.
So how do you tell the color of your pee if it's fucking green or blue every time you go?
I just assume you're okay. I just assume I'm okay.
Mark, I didn't have to tell you this, but I did take a sample of your urine, unbeknownst to you, and I did send it to a DNA lab for testing. And you know what?
Show.
You are not the father. I'm just kidding.
That is not how they
It's just
do
funny,
it.
I
It's
know.
not your pee.
That's because he took my sample out of the blue toilet.
Oh, I took the blue cake instead of your, my bad.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You know what I read? You're talking about urine. Let's talk about feces.
No.
It was a thing on I can't remember where I read it, my news feed. But it said that you were talking about, do you ever look at your poop? Remember that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean,
You're supposed to shut the lid before you flush the toilet
yeah, I've always thought about that.
because of it stirs up
Yeah, I've always
fecal matter into the air.
Yeah, I've always thought about doing that, and then I just never do it.
I mean, sometimes I like to lean down closer to the water as I flush to make sure. I like to watch it go down.
I mean, you want to look at that. You just want to make sure. You're just like, hey, man, there's something crawling in there. You just want to make sure nothing bad's in there. Okay.
Corn? When did I eat corn?
Every time. I do that when I'm by myself. I literally, when I'm by myself, if I poo and I see a piece of corn and I go, like someone's in the bathroom with me going to hear the joke. When did I have corn? I don't remember having corn. No.
So quickly, I don't know if you knew this,
On a
but
side note.
So Putin and the guy from North Korea.
Did he remind you of that because we talked about poo?
No, because he has a guy travel with him. So when he poops, like they don't flush the toilet, they actually take his poop with him because so they they can't spy on him and take his poop and like test it to see if he has like some type of cancer or something. So he does have a guy travel with him who specifically collects Putin's waste.
Okay, everybody, you know what to do.
Just FYI.
Just send me. Listen, when you listen to this, just send me.
That's a real thing.
Send me the thing.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the second thing you didn't know today. Jesus.
Ted, I don't know anything.
Wait, I thought you had 2 master's degrees.
I
Might as well just be 1 master's degree.
I just don't have it in poop or Putin or
He's at
Putin.
master degrees.
It is matters. Matters degree.
Okay, can we get back to this? All right. Several people, including Kim from Lubbock, Texas, Darnell from Brookhaven, Mississippi, and Balil from Karachi, Pakistan, all had this question to ask, almost word for word. How did you go from a penis in a bowl of cereal to the lucid and sensible tip to the family with the boy who wanted a snake for a pet? They literally said that snake tip was an excellent, excellent tip, but cannot get over the fact that the week before, you literally talked about putting a penis in a cereal bowl with milk in it.
Well, we pride ourselves on unpredictability. That's why,
That's...
It's like a bowl of chocolate.
Here's what I'm going to do. So
I can't even take a deep breath right now for some reason. I'm so like
it's overwhelming.
I don't.
Ted, you had Tylenol before you got here, right? That's the running gag, by the way. Everywhere I go now, anytime anything happens, anything weird happens or somebody says something silly, I go, "Oh, Tylenol."
Here's my only problem with starting the show with you telling a story, Ted.
It's a terrible idea.
No, you just can't tell a story. You're like you tell the story, and then we talk about the story, and then you tell the story again, and then we regurgitate the story again and again and again.
I'm done telling stories, Mark. What do you mean?
The story you talked about at the beginning of the show.
It's over now. You said no, we'll talk about it again. I didn't. So
We're not talking about the story. We're talking about when you tell
Talking
stories.
about the story.
Yes.
So now we're moving on to talking about the story.
We're doing
It's like my stomach is in knots right now.
We're doing a forensic autopsy on something I talked about several minutes ago that it's in the past.
Can we keep going? Sure. Okay.
Can we just start over?
Oh man, I didn't get. A couple people sent me this. I didn't get names. You mentioned last week that Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize, and you kind of poo-pooed it. He got his Nobel Peace Prize for extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples. His emphasis was also given to his support in word and deed for the vision of a world free from nuclear weapons. During his first year in power, Obama showed himself to be a strong spokesman for human rights and democracy. So the exact opposite of what is happening right now. Armando from Monterrey, Mexico, sent me an entire thing about I'm not going to read it all, how to eat a wing one-handed. And he also sent a YouTube video that I will. I saw it. It's literally a girl showing people how to eat a wing. It's pretty cool, and we've probably all seen it before. But how to eat a wing one-handed, so that you can keep. And several people mentioned this: keeping your hand clean. And Armando definitely wanted us to know that he definitely has to keep his hand clean. He gets a little weird about it too. So he's mastered that.
So ironically, I was eating a leftover chicken wing a couple of nights ago, and then I was thinking about the show, so I was eating it with one hand, and then I unconsciously put my second hand on the wing to get the meat between the two little bones in the wing, and then I was like, damn, I failed. Because everything we talked about,
I immediately would put the wing down. I would go wash my hands, and I would start all over again.
No, I surfed my phone and put some grease. I surfed my phone and put all the wing grease on my phone, and then I wiped it off on my shirt.
Why don't you just lick your fingers like a normal person would?
That's gross. Okay. Karsten from Dresden, Germany says he has been drinking his soup for years and recommends it. And he says, Mark, your movie mentions are great, but your songs are grobartig, which he says is German for awesome.
Oh,
so he loves your movie mentions.
That's great.
And then finally,
wait, he likes the songs or not like the songs?
He does. He likes your movie mentions, but your songs are grobartig, which is German for awesome. Okay. Last one is
Ich liebe uns Deutschland.
You talked about Jack LaLanne, and I got an email from Chloe from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, who said that her father was a huge Jack LaLanne guy. She has heard everything about him. He was exercising, I guess, into his 90s for 2 hours a day, swimming for almost 30 minutes a day. Yep. And then she sent me these things, and you are going to freak out at the very last one. You ready?
Thor, that was his dog's name, I think.
He swam from Alcatraz to Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco while wearing handcuffs.
He was like 45 years old.
Yeah. At age 42, he set the world record for push-ups, doing 1,000 in 23 minutes. Okay, you kind of talked about that. At age 45, he did 1,000 jumping jacks and 1,000 pull-ups in an hour, 22 minutes. And then at age 60, after having swum already from Alcatraz to Fisherman's Wharf, he did it again. This time, he not only wore handcuffs, but he towed a 1,000-pound boat.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's just a genetic freak, right? If I tried to do that, I would die.
Ted, if he was in the liquor store with you, he would just kick your ass. He wouldn't say good luck. He would just kick.
And you know what? I would thank him because he's twice the man I am. So.
But you know what?
I'm going to go 8 or 10 times.
So another thing, he was way ahead of his time as far as exercise and encouraging women to exercise too in the 50s.
Yeah.
So he was an amazing human being in that regard. But he also had a weird diet. He was a strict vegetarian.
Yeah, that's mentioned.
And he would not eat any sugar. And him and his wife both went out to dinner a lot, but they always went to the restaurants where they knew where they were, and they phoned ahead of time. So they had because he ate raw vegetables. He didn't cook his vegetables, so he would eat raw broccoli, raw carrots. And
that's not going out for dinner. That's
I know.
That's like going to the grocery store and eating down the aisle.
Weird. So
that's the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, at least make the motherfuckers cook. You're making if Jack LaLanne comes. I mean, you're making $1 million off of him every time he comes. What'd you do? There you go. Broccoli, a carrot, off.
I can't remember if he ate fish or not. He ate eggs a lot, but he was a strict vegetarian.
Well, so the funny
Maybe
thing,
not a vegan. I'm not sure.
before obviously we got the Liver King, who's famous for eating raw liver and raw meats, and he
it's all
obviously
fake,
looks
by
great.
the way.
Yeah, but and then
It's
it turns
all
out he has an
fake.
$11,000 a month steroid habit. By the way, so that's why he looks that way. But Jack LaLanne, I'm assuming that's predating the steroid era.
That's
so,
a lot of
so he
money
was
for
legit.
steroids. Yeah. If Jack LaLanne did steroids, it's probably like $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
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 Okay. And one last thing. This is what she sent. Mark Wahlberg is supposed to be making and starring as Jack LaLanne in a movie.
Yeah, he's in
So
great. He's in great shape.
They're both 5'7".
How do you know how tall? You sound like Ted when you say shit like that. When you know how tall Jack LaLanne is,
Yeah, he
you
was like-
sound weird. Okay? You sound like you're going to be in a liquor store telling
Marky
guys
Mark's
good luck.
5'6". I'm sorry.
Good
Is he
luck.
really?
Yeah.
He's very short.
I have no idea.
I remember his videos with the Funky Bunch. He was always in good shape.
He was. All right, let's get this thing rolling. This is the Real 3 Idiots podcast. Happy National, fucking waste of time, Propane Day. And, go ahead. Go ahead.
Taste the meat, not the heat.
With propane. Propane. That's a great song. It's cocaine. Sorry. All right.
No, it's Hank Hill. Taste the meat, not the heat.
All right, so here are some propane facts. There are 3,500 propane suppliers across the United States. Folks, most of these suppliers are small, family-owned and operated small businesses. Oftentimes, propane supplies take extraordinary measures to keep their customers, propane suppliers, to keep their customers and their families safe and warm during natural disasters and power outages. So let's use October 7th as a way to show our appreciation to propane suppliers in your area and learn a few facts about this eco-friendly alternative.
You just fucking turned into Hank Hill.
Hey, man,
Is that
you do what you
brought
got
to
to
you
do.
by Strickland Propane?
Yeah, you do what you got to do. One last thing. If you enjoy this episode, if you learned something today, and you know what? I think anytime Ted talks, you're learning something, right? Like what to do or what not to do. Please consider subscribing to your favorite podcast platform, leaving a 5-star review. This helps the podcast more than I can say, so I won't say it. This allows us to reach more and more people, and that would mean the world to us. Visit our website at voteforted.com. That's FORE. And if you don't fucking know that, well, maybe you're a first-time listener. Or just Google the Real 3 Idiots podcast.
You know, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. By next
Pants
week,
off?
By next week, I think we're going to have a listener. You're going to have a new listener from Spain.
We already. Do you want to know? We have listeners in Spain. Do you know what? We got a whole ton of listeners this last 3 weeks. A ton. This is crazy. Uganda.
I love it.
Uganda. Why? What the fuck?
I actually mentioned that on the show. I wonder if that. Remember, because my son's going to Uganda in January.
I don't necessarily remember that, but all of a sudden on our thing, our geolocation stuff, we've got listeners, a bunch from Uganda. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So if we just wait, if I just mention Antarctica, we can finally get the last continent, and I'm good, and I've covered all 7 continents. Show's over. That's all I
I
want.
need a ham radio for that.
I'd love to go to Uganda one day.
Why?
I mean, that whole African continent looks pretty fascinating. So Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda. Maybe not South Sudan.
Isn't
Maybe
it
we'll skip
Uganda? It's not Uganda, right? It's Uganda.
Uganda, yeah.
No, I don't know. I just want to make sure that Ted's saying
on
it
the
wrong.
east coast of Africa. It's by Somalia. Somalia is right next to it, which is on the coast.
Oh yeah, right, because they have pirates.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Yar.
It
Not
gets
like
rough.
Pittsburgh.
It gets rough when you
Not-
go east of there, but there's a lot of. It's not. I mean, it's different than
Yeah.
other parts of Africa.
There's no government, there's no police, there's no anything.
No, Uganda
Sounds like a fun time.
No,
So it's
I'm
like
not-
you're
I
saying
wouldn't
it's
say
like the
that.
North Woods of Wisconsin. There's no rules of any kind.
It's just a big speed trap
Just
for people from Illinois. Yep.
That's what I mean. Isn't Somalia kind of like a speed trap? I mean, if you get caught, you're fucked, right? You're paying.
Well, I think all the pirates are from Somalia. Allegedly, there were ones that had to. I think the U.S. government actually stepped in at one point because the piracy from Somalia was so bad. They were, robbing boats, boarding boats
And
in international waters. So,
well, maybe we can just scoop them up with ice and deport them to. What would be a punishment for Uganda? Someplace really nice, like a really nice white suburb where you can't commit crime. That's where you would send, right? That's where there's lots of cops and everything. You send Somali pirates to a really nice suburban neighborhood. That would be so awesome. That would be like a reverse punishment. And then you could tell all the people, like in the suburb, if you fuck up, then you go to
It's
to
already
Somalia.
a thing. There's a huge Somalian population in Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, I was actually.
Oh, yeah?
I was in
Yeah, it's
Minnesota.
huge.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
because
where,
there's just so many lakes, they can be pirates.
no, but
that makes sense.
that's where that Ilhan Omar. So the Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who's one of the squad members, she's from Minnesota, and yeah, like I said, it's literally like
He just said a squad member.
she's a squad. Like you got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, and then that third one, Rashida Tlaib. She's from Detroit, so that's another one where she's Palestinian. She's the only Palestinian member of Congress because her base in Detroit or whatever suburb of Detroit. I think it's all Palestinians there. That's why they vote for her. So
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
real,
It's,
so,
it's one of those places because everything in Detroit went kaput. Nobody was living there, so yeah, refugees immigrants were going in there and living. Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Those three politicians, elected officials, do they call themselves a squad? Is that what you're referring to, or what is?
I don't know if they call them. I think they call themselves a squad. I don't think that's a.
I would have. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like a fourth one. I think Ariana Presley. I don't know if she's still a member, but yeah, they're the progressive wing of the Democratic Party.
I thought that progressive wing of the Democratic Party was given like a really bad term by.
Yeah.
Oh, like the squad part's a bad thing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they were
My phone
calling
is
him-
Ted's tip, so I can't look it up.
They were calling him like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously they have a
something
lot,
rude. And
obviously they have a lot of
rude
hate.
He's
coffee.
repeating it.
I'm
You
saying-
know what? I don't remember if that's the case or not. If they called themselves that.
I'm not
or
sure if they call it, but it doesn't sound like a derogatory term, the squad. But I'm saying obviously they have a lot of hate from the other
Ted, it
side.
really
No,
depends
I
on
think-
what you put in
I think
front
the
of it.
first word was something
Like
Yeah.
like cunt or awesome.
Yeah.
See the difference? Like we're part of the awesome squad.
Yeah.
You're like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But when you throw a different word in front of it,
No, he's right.
It sounds,
That's what they call that faction of the Democratic caucus, the squad. But I think Trump or somebody gave him a funny name.
Yeah, obviously they're obviously.
could it? I bet it has a slightly racial overtones.
Yes.
Slightly.
No, but I think they called themselves that. I don't think that was bestowed.
Yeah,
on
I
No,
think
the
they
squad
call
is. Yeah, the
themselves.
squad
Yeah,
is.
the squad.
That's
Yeah.
pretty simple.
Yeah.
Just keep
Yeah.
it there. But
But the other stuff,
sure
yeah,
he
there's
did something-
other stuff
I'm sure
that
he
are
did
being
something
called. Yeah,
really, really
yeah.
shitty. All right. Let's see. We've got to do Ted's tip because I mean, people get pissed off when we don't do it on time, and now whenever we don't have a guest, I feel like this always goes long. All right.
like a void.
Mark, song first or sponsor first? Your
what
choice.
do you want to do?
I'm doing a sponsor. All right, Ted's tip is sponsored by Jala's Horse Wigs. Do you have a horse but don't like the color of its mane? Of course you do. Jala's Horse Wigs can help you customize your horse's mane with one of their high-quality horse wigs. You can choose the color, the style, and the design. Looking for a horse wig mohawk? We can do that. Are you looking for an afro, a bowl cut, or a beehive? Jala's Horse Wigs have all that and more. And of course, all of our horse wigs are made from 100% real goat hair. Go to jalasHorsewigs.com today. Didn't even know that was. Yep, did not
scared me,
know that
Mr.
was a
Ed.
thing. All right, sing us a song.
You got a tip from Ted. You got a tip from Ted. You got troubles. Ted's got 102. He'll roll one over and drink it too. 'Cause you got a tip from Ted. Now just lie down 'cause you're mad at the bed. Yeah, you got a tip from Ted. There we go.
Oh man,
A Randy Newman kind of thing.
that is a nice. Yeah, you got a friend in me. I like that.
you go.
You got a tip in Ted. I like that, man. You know what? It's. Did you ever do that thing where you got all your songs and you made a playlist that we can send out to people?
You know, I did on
Spotify.
Spotify. I started. I mean, I got down. I probably stopped adding to it like 6 months ago. But what? I'd have to check. Do the
Okay.
tip, and I'll look it up, and we could talk about it after Ted's.
Okay, Ted. I'm not even going to ask you. Fuck you. You're doing your tip. Yeah. So you have no choice. Ted, we need your help. My neighbor. Oh man, a really nice lady has a pair of cats. She has started dressing them in outfits. At first, it was showing me pictures when I was outside. Then she progressed to making me come over and see the cats. She is very nice, but I'm done with it, and so is my wife. Now she wants to dress up our dog. We have an American Eskimo dog. It is all white fur and about 15 pounds. I thought those were big dogs. Isn't it? What am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of Malamute or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, no. When I read that too, I saw the 15 pounds. I was like, wait a minute.
I mean, maybe
So I got it confused with another dog as well.
Okay, we'll see. I can look it up. I mean, if look it up, I don't know. My wife and I politely declined several times, but she's getting really persistent, and we love our dog. We would never do that to her. I want her to stop asking forever, but I don't want to be a complete jerk. It has to end. Tell us how. Daniel and Natalie from Overland Park, Kansas.
What an unusual tip.
Dressing up. You got to stop the old lady. I'm guessing she's an old lady.
Yeah, she's probably an older woman who, that's her joy in life, And, I actually can appreciate that. It's like I remember when I was younger, I'd see like an older person smoking a cigarette. I'm thinking, oh, why are they smoking a cigarette at 7 a.m? And then I'm thinking, you know what? That might be one of their only pleasures in life, so don't judge people. Maybe that's her thing, But seriously, I've become less judgmental over the years,
They're doing it at 7 a.m. because they're addicted.
Yeah. But the point is, that's what they're doing to enjoy their life. Okay, so my advice to you, after you stop taking bath salt and PCP to cope with it, okay, let's do that first. Okay,
how did you not listen when he started with this stupid fucking story? How did you not know that would be the first thing he would say? We should have made a bet. We're gonna do this next time.
Is it like betting on the Cubs? Oh, sorry about that.
No, this is a sure thing. We don't need luck. It's a sure thing.
Okay, so here's my tip. Obviously, sounds like a nice older woman who's just living her best life, and that brings her joy in life, even though you might find it a little bit odd. Here's what you're gonna do. Just appease her one time, dress the dog up, to appease this woman, make her happy. Take some pictures and then give it to the woman, and then just don't do it again, and then just set a boundary. It's all about setting boundaries. Say, hey, we did it, but obviously that's not our thing. That's your thing. We're glad that brings you joy, but we cannot do this on a continuous basis. We did it one time for you. We took some pictures, so it's memorialized now, so you can look at those pictures of the dog dressed up anytime you want. You can put it next to your cat pictures. Problem solved, right? Keep the peace without going down the road of crazy. Going down the rabbit hole.
So you think a one-time shot is going to stop this woman from forcing them? Because, hold on, my wife and I, she wants to dress up their dog. So she's clearly going to make outfits for their dog.
Yeah, like let's just say she makes like 2 outfits or 3 outfits, okay? Obviously, she has her own cats to make outfits for. So let's just say you appease the woman. She's your neighbor. She's a nice older woman. Make her happy. Dress the dog up once or twice. How much of an inconvenience can it be? Take some photos so she has it. She can look at it anytime she wants. But then after that, set a boundary. Just say, you know what, we agreed with your fetish for a half a second, and now we're done. So just do it to appease her. And then obviously, if it escalates from there where she gets more insistent, like I have to dress this dog up in a new outfit like every other weekend or once a month, or have like a dog cat tea party with outfits, that's when you have to draw the line. But we're not there yet, so I don't want to speculate what this woman may or may not do.
Yeah, but there's no way she's going to stop. You're opening the floodgates.
Yep.
If you let her dress a dog up one time, she's going to go home immediately and make more outfits and then want to do it again, so now it's going to be even worse. Second of all,
Christmas, Thanksgiving,
these are two
Easter.
grown adults that said they don't want to do it.
Sure. Yeah, but I'm saying I'm just trying to reach the happy compromise road. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That could happen, but we don't know that.
They're looking for how to tell her no, because they don't want to do it. So they're asking you, how do we put this to bed? Basically, they're not saying what should we do. Should we let her dress them? They don't want it dressed up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They do not want to do this.
Yeah. I would just say, we appreciate that you love your cats. We love our dog too, but unfortunately, our dog is allergic to clothing and fabric. We just came from the vet. You can have a fake report, AI deepfake report. Just say, and any type of clothing fabric that touches our dog results in immediate, what do you call it, anaphylactic shock or something.
So that's perfect. No, that's good.
So that was my So that was my thing. Here's what you do. She brings. You say, okay. She brings it over.
Yeah.
Right. She brings over the outfit. Here's what you do. You don't put it on. Then all of a sudden, you and your wife, you go screaming out of the house with the dog as fast as you can. Screaming. You run to the car and you drive away for like an hour. Mm-hmm. Okay. Screaming. Make sure everybody in the neighborhood knows that you've now run out of the house. And then you come back, right? And you get even maybe like a fake little collar
wrap
thing.
the dog up like a mummy.
Yeah. What? No.
Mummify the dog.
Well,
like completely wrap the dog up like it broke its body.
Yeah. Prince A. No, because you want to see this. You put the little tube thing on its head.
They bring it back like the dog from Something About Mary. And when the dog fell out the window.
Oh, what about
it was
in a full body cast?
Yeah. Say we put your outfit on, and the dog We almost lost her. And then just kind of just vague things like we got her to emergency room just in time.
Yeah.
They gave her 2 shots, and then they said, "Don't ever put anything that is cotton," and just list every single fabric.
Rayon cotton.
Just have a list. Go on the internet and say everything this clothes are made from, and then just read down the list. Everything.
It turns out our dog is deathly allergic to any type of fabric.
We had to get her a leather collar because that's the only thing because it's made from animal.
Go there.
It's the
Then she's gonna make a leather outfit for the dog. The dog's gonna be a biker dog.
And then give her a DVD of Pet Cemetery. This is what happens when your dog comes back. It's your dog's there, but it's not the same dog.
Don't indulge her.
Because it plays into because they want her to stop asking forever, but they don't want to seem rude, so they have to come up with some sort of bruise or a line or something. They have to do something like that just to nip. It's over with now. She'll never come.
Right. Come home crying.
Because she loves pets. Because a woman loves pets, so she doesn't want to hurt the dog.
Right.
So even though as badly she wants to dress the dog up, if she knows that would cause the dog a severe medical emergency that could lead to paralysis or death, like most prescription drug commercials do, she'll better. Her better judgment will take over.
You come home real scared. You walk over with the outfit. You say Bertha. Mabel, I don't know. I just want to get this back to you.
Eunice.
We put it on the dog, and we just ended up in the. And then, but long story short, she can't wear anything. So I want you to have this. I don't even want it in the house just in case she lays on it, and I don't want her to get sick and die. Thank you, though.
And
thank you.
Lastly, if you could have a fake trail of feces or urine going to the pretend veterinarian visit, that would actually be the coup d'etat. That would seal the deal.
You held her out the door and let her shit out the car. What are you talking about?
How would that be a thing?
So you're saying as you're running, have your wife just dropping a bucket of shit?
I honestly thought you were going to say you could train the dog to hate the neighbor, like attack the neighbor. So whenever
because she made that's the clothes.
No, whenever the dog. So I assume she wants to dress the dog up, right? She's not going to give you the clothes so that you can, bask in all the foray and whatever.
You got to get that because you can't
dog
lie about it.
Yeah, the dog can't stand the neighbor. So she'll be like, okay, I'm not getting. I don't like that dog. So.
No, you know what this made me...
Oh, she could learn get the neighbor to learn to hate your dog.
Yeah,
she won't make any.
You know what this made me think of? Remember that Madonna song, "I'm gonna dress you up in my love"? I just thought of that for some reason. all over.
Oh my God, dude, you are out of your.
Yeah, fake medical. Yeah, obviously the dog's deathly allergic to any type of fabric. Done. Okay, problem solved.
Okay,
we tried.
Yeah, and then the worst case scenario. I mean, if you have to put the dog down, you have to put the dog down,
or the neighbor.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Get a gerbil. I mean, nobody wants to dress up a fucking gerbil. Gerbils are terrible. Or a snake. There we go. Get that little kid snake.
Garter snake.
No, get a real mean snake, and then say, "Hey, why don't you dress this up?" and just throw it to her, and then close the door and walk away. And if she makes it through, then you got a snake dressed in a dress. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. All right, Ted, I'm going to say semi-lucid. I mean, you started poorly.
Oh.
You started really poorly. Yeah. But you finished on an up note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a high note, like the stanza? Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. Then you and your wife can plan all this out and have a really good time figuring out how scared do you want to make the neighbor lady feel. Like you could really make her feel shitty.
All I know is good fences make good neighbors unless you live in a townhome. So she's next door. So
then it's a good solid wall in between. That mid wall.
Not soundproof wall.
So is this tequila weaning him off of
Crown Royal
and booze?
It's mezcal.
Mezcal is tequila.
It's not.
Yeah. Tequila. No, it's just
not all tequila is mezcal, but all mezcal is tequila.
Huh.
Yeah. But no, it's just that I don't have Crown Royal.
But
he's too
that's
lazy
a
to bring.
small. It's we were talking about before the show. That's only 25% per volume, which is 50 proof, as opposed to 40%, which is 80 proof. So it's like got significantly less alcohol than what you're used to drinking.
Well, I think Crown Royals are only like 80 proof. And actually, Jack Daniels, I think Jack Daniels is only 86 proof. I mean, there's stuff out there that's. I mean, I saw an overproof rum. It's like 140 proof.
Yeah, I know.
But unnecessary.
What I'm saying, this is way less than what you're used to drinking.
Sure.
That's why he's drank most of that bottle. The gift he gave me. Yeah, he's drank most of the gift.
I just didn't understand because your response to me didn't make any sense.
I just regifted it back to myself in front
Ted's
of you.
the kind of guy who goes, "I brought over pizza. Where is it?" Well, I ate it. I was hungry. I mean, obviously. Jeez. All right. This is messed up, and it didn't make sense to me until we had a pedophile in the White House. See, I can say that without saying the president, and just say that somewhere in the White House was a pedophile.
Multiple
pedophiles. Right. I can just say it like that. See? A pedophile in the White House just means right now there could be a pedophile standing in the White House.
But here's the funny thing. So without going into detail, so
and he probably is.
They keep talking about the Epstein files, like that's their big. That's the big thing of
he started it.
Right, but I'm saying, but the big thing right now in politics in general is that when are the Epstein files going to be released and whose names are on the Epstein files? And supposedly, as of right this minute, allegedly, Elon Musk, Bill Clinton, which you could expect, right? Because Bill Clinton,
J.D. Vance.
So I'm not sure about him, but yeah,
no,
but
I believe
definitely
J.D. Vance is a couch fucker. Yeah, I believe that's his thing. But here, I will tell you this. So I'm at work on Monday. I'm at work on Monday. And one of the guys I work with, who I replace, he's saying something. He goes, and he's talking, blah, 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 this and that. He goes, "You're not a liberal, are you?" And I go, well, "You mean?" I go, "Do I care about people?" Yes, I care about.
What
people.
is a liberal? I don't even know what that means.
I guess it just means you're a human and you care about other humans.
Right.
That's what it means. That's what it means now.
Okay.
Okay. So
right.
Before it meant something different. Okay. So conservative and liberal meant two different things.
I don't know what the definitions are anymore.
I guess if you're a Republican or a conservative, you're basically, you're just a racist who, wants big, small government and lets Trump do anything he wants. That's to me what it is.
All right.
And then if you're a liberal, you just want everybody to have everything for free. That's kind of the way we've decided.
Well, that's the extremes on both sides, right. And like I said, that's why we need.
But I think that's the way the people think now.
Right.
It's like there's not like I can be like, oh, why are you Republican? Like I'm conservative. I don't want to do this and that. But it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, but why can't you just be like a moderate and you could have like social programs for certain people, and you could be conservative in other areas. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
But as of right now, it is.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, it is. So he says to me, I go, yeah, I am, and then he starts in with all the immigrant stuff, and I go, do you think a lot of immigrants commit crimes? He goes, millions. I'm like, millions of immigrants commit crimes every day. So I was like, okay, cool.
Billions.
I wouldn't surprise. I mean, he really. I go. That's the biggest problem in America. Biggest problem in America. I said, immigrants. He goes, yeah. I go, you're an immigrant. And he goes, no, I'm not. I go, really?
Actually,
are you Native American?
You should have played him the immigrant song by what's the group Led Zeppelin. Just start playing the immigrant song.
But here's where it got really weird. I said, what about the Epstein files?
Wait, was it an older gentleman?
He was an older gentleman.
A
little
bit
older.
All right, gotcha. Yeah.
So I said, what about the Epstein files, man? I go, there's a pedophile in the White House, and this was the weirdest thing, and it stopped me short. He goes, let me tell you something. He goes, all Trump did was have sex with a 16-year-old girl. He goes, what's the big deal? And I stopped for a second.
Allegedly.
Because I'm at work.
Allegedly.
Because I'm at work.
Right.
Right? And I'm just like...
This is a pretty intense work conversation, by the way.
Well, he started it.
Yeah. Oh, so
he started.
So you finished it.
And it was mature.
So I said, he had sex with a 16-year-old girl.
It was intense and mature.
I said, I go, do you have any fucking kids? Do you have a daughter? And I know he does. He's got 2 daughters. And he stops. And he doesn't say anything. I go, do you have a fucking daughter? And he goes, fuck you. And I was like, wait, that's your response? And then he says, and you know what? He said he wasn't even at that island. He didn't even do anything, and there's no proof.
See,
I'm just like, that's what you got. First, it was okay that he just had sex with a 16-year-old. Then there is no proof. And I thought, man, this is weird.
It wasn't just having sex with a 16-year-old. This was human trafficking. These were girls from the States carried over to an island where there's no rule of law where rich men could have sex with them, most likely against their will.
Oh, that's called Southeast Asia. I'm sorry.
Except it was here in America.
So it's not like.
Yeah,
but it was just such a
nothing
weird thing to say.
Well, you know what he represents.
All he did.
But you know what he represents. You know what he is. Do you know what you saw? Do you even know what you saw?
No.
Okay, there is a man who is unable to hold 2 competing ideas in his head at the same time and still function. So that's a sign of some low emotional IQ where you can believe in something. Here's the thing. Okay, I can strongly believe in something, but if someone can show me objectively that I'm wrong, I can change my opinion and say, yes, I was wrong and I believe in this. But someone who's unable to do that, and they shut down emotionally and they rationalize that's the type of person that's unable to hold 2 competing ideas in their head at the same time and still function.
Yeah.
Okay, let me add a little icing to the cake. You know what else he said? Yeah. You know, in some countries, you can get married when you're 12 or 13. And I said, but not in America. Not in America, you can't. So somehow
maybe
in his head,
maybe Arkansas.
Somehow in his head, he's so
into
into this guy.
Right, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's so into this guy that he's okaying that. And I'm telling you right now, it's so beyond my ability to even fathom, because if I knew of a guy who did that to girls and he was near me, I think I'd have to try to hit him as hard as I could.
Well, I think the problem is with people in general, like when you have a strong belief system in anything, you can rationalize anything. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about World War II and the Nazis. Okay, this is a real thing. So this is real. So
I just call that Portland now.
The people.
Sorry.
So the people, the real Nazis now. So when they were systematically exterminating the Jewish population of Europe, so you had the people who ran the trains to the concentration camps, and they said, we're not doing anything wrong, we're just in the transportation department. And then you had the people at Auschwitz who were dropping the Zyklon B to gas the Jews. They say, we're not doing anything wrong, we're just dropping the chemicals. So, you like I said, in a person's mind, even though you're doing horrible things, you can rationalize anything as a person, and that's unfortunate.
I totally get
I mean, this is obviously on a lesser scale, but the point is, I'm giving you an extreme example, but the point is the human mind can rationalize anything, even if you're doing something terrible, and you know that it is terrible. Like for example, I don't have to be told clubbing a baby seal to death is a horrible thing, right? I don't have to be like if I was raised on an island by wolves, if I was raised by wolves,
I really don't give a fuck if you club a baby. I don't care if anybody clubs a baby seal.
But the point is, I mean, you would know objectively that's wrong.
The point is, what Ted's trying to say is,
Mark's my interpreter.
It all comes back to Hitler and Nazis. It's always Hitler and Nazis. It's always Adolf Hitler and Nazis.
I didn't say that.
No, it always circles back to Nazis.
You can.
Remember, we were on a streak where it was always Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, that is kind of your go-to.
And Matt was going to kill you. That's like, I swear to God,
analogy.
You would start to talk, and Matt would look at you. I swear to God, if you say fucking Adolf Hitler,
I didn't say Hitler.
And then you would just shut up because that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, we'd be out, and I'd be like, I'm going to get some strawberry ice cream. Strawberry ice cream. Listen, all right. So I'm just going to use this analogy. You know how when the Nazis, and I was like, how do you get Nazis in strawberry ice cream? I don't even think they had strawberry ice cream.
Circle back.
They would have had vanilla only.
What Ted was originally saying about they can't have two. What did you say? Two thoughts.
Two competing
so
ideas.
The same
in your
thing.
head.
I got in an argument with my neighbor. It wasn't even an argument. It was like 15 years ago, when the whole Catholic Church and the molesting of the priests and the molestations, all that came out, and he was saying derogatory things like, "Oh, those stupid, those gay guys having sex with all the kids and this and that." I go, "Those aren't gay guys. Those are pedophiles." He's like, "They're gay. They're men. They're having sex with little boys." And I said, "No, that's a pedophile. That's not a homosexual. That is a pedophile. Gay men, a normal gay man, doesn't desire to have sex with a child, just like a normal person wouldn't want to have sex with a child.
Right.
There's a difference between somebody's a homosexual and someone's a pedophile, and it's not even close. I mean, those are two different people, And so we got in this argument. He's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, that's a pedophile. It's not a gay person."
Yeah, so you were trying to educate him on the differentiation between the two. Yeah, but that brings my point.
So his thing was saying he thought of all gay men as pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what he was thinking. I mean, that's how simple.
It's like someone's
simpleton. I'm like, I know. A normal. Most people don't look at children and sexualize them like that. That's a pedophile.
Right, but you have to understand your target audience. So when you're talking to somebody, I don't want to say is a gentleman of like lower intelligence. What you're talking to somebody who's ill-informed. They just don't know what they don't know. So when you're trying to explain something to them, it's like if you believe in God your whole life, okay, and then you were given objective proof that there is no God. I mean, your mind just shut down because you've been told your whole life Jesus is our Lord and Savior, God, Yahweh, whatever, and then you know what? Here's what it really is. It's nothing like what you believe. How would your mind react to that?
Oh, you mean Allah?
Would you just go into denial?
Allah comes down. He's in the sky. He goes, "I am Allah, the Muslim God." You're just like, what the fuck? Yeah, all the other gods aren't real. If they are, they'd come down here right now, and nobody comes down. And you're just like, "Wait, no, this is bullshit." And you see him, and then he's like, "I'm going to prove this. There's a miracle," and he does like 10 miracles. You're just like, "Oh, I saw a magician do that." Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Or like, for
That'd
example,
awesome.
if it like in the War of the Worlds,
the best would be if God was a chick.
Yeah, or if an alien ship landed in the middle of Times Square tomorrow, and some extraterrestrial life form got out. How would you explain that?
No,
how could you explain that?
I don't care about that anymore.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to happen. I now want God to be real. I want God to appear, prove herself, and have it be a woman, and have all these people then say, I don't believe in God anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want them to be so insane that they won't accept that God. They accept that God was there, but now they can't accept that God's a woman, and then moving on.
It's the fact that a lot of people associate God with one gender rather than the other, as opposed to like nothing. I mean, there's just
here's what we know for sure. I mean, we know there's a lot of anecdotal evidence. There's ghosts, there's poltergeists, all that good stuff. I believe in all that. But here's what we know for sure. There's been
no evidence.
Billions of people have preceded us in death.
Really
billions of people have preceded us in death, and there's not been one documented case in the history of ever where somebody died, crossed over to wherever they crossed over, and came back and said, "Yes, this is exactly."
It was on Maury Povich every other week.
Wait, I thought that's You're Not the Father. That's all I watched.
No. 1 week was You're
That's
Not
all
the
I
Father.
watched.
The other week I died and came back.
I only watch I'm Not the Father. You're Not the Father. So I don't care about that other shit.
So now I'm okay. So I'm going to change the way I live my life. From now on, I'm going to say, yes, there's a God, and I'm just going to tout that it's a woman. And I want people to say no. I want them to say, no God. I want them to be so adamant about it that God is a woman that they're now stop believing in God altogether.
The mind is a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
If you believe strongly about something, then it might as well exist. Whether it does or doesn't matter, because if you believe it, it is.
Yeah.
Like when you're saying with ghosts and things like that, it doesn't matter if there's any evidence or not. I mean, there is no evidence. There's never been. I mean, there's no documented cases. It's all kind of like weird. But if you believe in ghosts, then it is what it is. I mean, the mind's a powerful thing. You can convince yourself of anything's real.
I mean, what I would
sex with a 16-year-old's fine.
What I would have spent the night in the Amityville horror house, the real house where Ronnie DeFeo murdered his family. Supposedly, no, I wouldn't. I believe there's something going on there, but I don't want to know what it is. I can't
scared.
explain it.
I'm just scared of the dark.
I can't connect the dots.
Yeah, I would
can't
not
connect
do
the
that.
dots.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think you're right. I think you can just make yourself.
Once again, he knows his name.
Yeah, the weird, right?
The
right?
real
that guy,
the real murderer.
Yeah, from
the guy that slaughtered his family.
Well, I don't think any of that ever happened. That was just a story. I don't think that's ever. None of that stuff is real. No one actually died.
No,
in
it
that
did.
house.
Yeah. No,
it did. That's a real story.
He killed his family, but he claimed that. There was.
Is that right?
Yeah, but he was like in debt.
And now 4 things I don't know. Let me just. Okay, here we go. 4.
Okay. Actually, now I believe you have 0 master's degrees. Okay, I'm done.
At no point are you in college, and it's like,
I'm done
all right,
with
let's go over haunted houses and who died in them. And I was like, fuck, I didn't even study for this. That's going to be on the test. I go. We were talking about that in a bar, sir. I had no idea we were going to be tested on that. Oh man, you're killing me. All right. Just so you guys know, do you guys remember Susan B. Anthony dollars?
Of course, love those.
Yeah.
I use them for golf markers if I could find one. I think I have a couple.
Okay, so I guess the White House announced they're going to make another $1 coin.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and one of the options for the face of the coin is, did you hear this one, Teddy?
Of course.
Is when Donald Trump got shot, him putting his fist up in the air. That's one of the things. That's one of them.
Wait, they want to put a living president on a coin,
like what they do Nobel Peace Prize and all that other shit.
Like what they do in
North Korea,
countries, yeah.
North Korea.
But here's my question. Just the
I think Putin's on the money in.
Yes.
But here's the
Russia.
big picture takeaway. Like, we have a precedent. Like, only dead presidents could be on currency. Okay, let's just say, regardless of judging them. Like, why is that a thing? Like, why do we have to follow that? Why do things always have to stay the same? Why can't you change it?
Well, I mean, I think you don't want to put a living person on there because what have they earned? I mean, you have to do something. It has to kind of be seen in the relevance
the
of
fact that we're questioning
time.
This is scary.
Yeah.
And
the fact that you're asking that question is scary, not you personally, but just in
right.
general.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's always there's precedent.
We do things for a reason. There is precedent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not just in this country, but in the entire world. The only countries where somebody is so egotistical that they're going to put their face on currency while they're still with us, dictating over us, is a dictatorship.
Yeah,
I mean,
China.
you've got to worship. It's like a form of remembrance or worship. It's like, here, I'm on your currency. Remember me. Here's who I am.
So it's
I'm all powerful. I am the supreme leader.
So it's like a cult of personality, is what you're saying.
It's 10 times that.
Well, yeah, I think
there's no.
So Teddy, when you put somebody, okay, so let's say if we were going to make a $1 coin,
though it's not. Yeah. It's not like the American public. This is such a great human being that we all want his face on a dollar bill. It's not us. It's him. He's the one that's coming up with the idea.
No, I agree, but a true cult of personality, if you recall, so if you look at like say China or Russia, true dictatorship, they'll actually, or especially North Korea, they'll have the portrait of Kim Jong-un.
On federal buildings?
Yeah, no, in every classroom,
he's doing.
every classroom, every government building.
Ted, what do you think
That's
is
what he's
happening?
doing. He put his face on
Or
3
Kim Il
government
Sung,
buildings already.
Kim Il Sung, who's the founder
Ted,
of.
you're literally describing the
North
president of the
Korea.
United States right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. But I mean, I heard about this, and there's other things that they might want to put on it. But so I had to look this up because I want to know like the history of the $1 coin. Okay, so we're one of the few countries on the planet that has paper dollars, like less than $5.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
almost everybody has coins for $1 and $2.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Because it's substantially less expensive.
Okay.
Okay. One of the reasons we were close to doing it, but we fucked up and made those Susan B. Anthony's look and feel almost exactly like a quarter. That it was so badly done that they were going to do this. This was going to be replaced. At that time when they were doing it, about 50 years ago, they came up with the idea to do dollar coins instead of dollar bills. It would have saved us $50 million a year for the past 50 years if we'd have just stopped making dollar bills and just made dollar coins.
$50 million
a year.
That's nothing. It's not even a that's nothing.
Well, I mean, you could do a lot with
$50 million.
You could do a lot with $50 million every year.
$50 million relative to the gross.
But that's
national
over
product,
50 years.
Still.
Yeah, I get where Mark's
But
saying.
it's just saving money.
When you figure the U.S. budgets like in the trillions, it is. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
nothing. I
Yeah,
mean-
but here's the more damaging thing. So in 1972 or 73, Nixon took the U.S. dollar off the gold standard. So basically, the U.S. dollar is now backed by IOU. So it's pretty much just backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. So the point is, when we print $60 billion and send it to Ukraine or Israel or whoever to help, it just devalues our dollar.
Well,
That's
Argentina.
a real thing.
$20 billion to Argentina.
Yeah, that's a real thing. So the point is, that's why Bitcoin is a threat to the U.S. currency, because if you look at just human history, every currency, no matter where it is, lasts about 100 years before it peters out. Like, for example, there's no more Roman currency, right? And the Roman Empire lasted for, had a golden age.
It's called the buttfuck.
Yeah, but the point is, the U.S. dollar is eventually going to go by the wayside, as is our most U.S. currencies.
No, I finally have a bunch of it. I don't want it to.
And it's going to be replaced by an alternate currency. So that's why a lot of people think, we don't know if it's true or not, but Bitcoin is the next digital currency because it's not affected by
How fucked up would it be if in 50 years from now everyone just had coins with Donald Trump's face on it? That was it. How many? I got 2 million Trumps.
Yeah. And just on a side note,
God, would that be the worst?
And a side note, I'm not trying to give history lesson, but in a side note, in the Weimar Republic of Germany before the rise of Hitler, I know Mark loves that. So the Bundtag,
Everyone listens.
so whatever the currency was in Germany, I think it was called the Bundtag, was basically worthless. Like you couldn't even buy a loaf of bread for like millions of
Bundtag?
whatever they had, because the inflation was hyperinflation. So that when society collapses, when currency collapses, that leads to the rise. It creates a vacuum and leads to the rise of something else that might be too nebulous.
Well, it's all collapsing.
Just saying.
Okay, and then real quick, we're not going to phase out the dollar bill now because switching over would actually cost us billions now because nobody uses cash anymore. So it's not worth.
Yeah, Apple Wallet, you got everything's digital currency. Yeah,
it's
for
not
sure.
worth changing it over now because it would actually cost us a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the weirdest part: sitting in the U.S. Mint for the last 13 years is over $2 billion of $1 coins. They're just sitting there.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you ever
You
want
mean
to go to the Mint,
like Fort Knox or
So why
I
are they
whatever
talking
the
about
US
making
Mint
new
is.
ones?
well, because Trump wants one with his face on it. Is basically what he wants. Yeah.
I mean, that would be a collector's item, though. I mean, wouldn't you just buy that just for collect? Because you could buy.
I wouldn't buy it and stick it up my own ass.
No, but remember,
if I stuck weird things up my ass, I would conceivably stick other weird things up my ass before he stuck that thing.
So do you
Not
remember?
a pedophile coin?
Do you remember? No, do you remember Costco? Costco was selling like.
On the one side, it's Trump. On the other side, she's 16. You can get married at 12 in Somalia.
So Costco was selling like not bars of gold, but like gold coins, and you could buy them for like say $600.
They were selling bars of gold.
Yeah, and then so
They were selling gold bars.
right. So somebody was on social media. They said they went to Costco like a year ago and bought whatever gold bar for say like $500 an ounce or whatever it was,
Well,
and then resold
what do you
it.
call it? Jigging? I would have jigged the shit
and then
out
resold it for about $650. So there's because obviously the price of gold is a commodity just like silver, palladium.
Still makes no sense to me.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Still makes no sense.
Here's what I don't understand about gold. So if we got to the point where we're using gold as our currency, obviously the social order has collapsed, and I guarantee you people with guns are coming to take your gold unless you're in an underground bunker somewhere. So that's the funny thing. So if we got to that point again, like the bartering system.
I'd rather have food than gold.
That's funny to you.
No, it's not funny. It's just, but actually,
it's funny to him.
But I'll be honest with you, cans of tuna and beans, I think one financial guru said are actually more valuable than gold.
Oh shit! Then I got
those have an expiration date though.
okay, but I'm
do we.
I'm loaded.
So
I went
do
to
we.
Costco. I have like 15 cans of beans and like 20 cans of tuna.
We just threw out so much food in our cupboard because we actually have 3 things in our cupboard right now. One is Campbell's soup. It's a can of clam chowder.
From
It's 8 years old. But we're not throwing that one out because when he was home, we were throwing stuff out. We had cans of tuna that expired 3 years
Are you just going to
ago.
wait like another 10
We
years
had
and then
beans-
open it
yeah,
and
so
see what happens?
We're experimenting with that, and there's something else in there that's like 7 years past expiration.
Wow.
My grandmother still has spices, McCormick spices
Yeah.
from the 1950s.
So
Wow.
when
she
my
has pumpkin spice and something else.
Yeah.
But is
when-
it still
when
but
my
is it bad
mother-in-law died-
necessarily?
What?
I mean, you can't sell
It's
it
not
legally.
like arsenic, but it's probably got no
but could
flavor
you
to it.
eat a can of soup that's 8 years past
Oh,
its expiration
soup?
date?
I don't
As long if it's in a
think you-
if it's in a sealed can.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's been sitting in metal that whole time.
You can
I'm-
eat whatever
I'm
you
pretty
want.
sure that
you can
that's-
eat anything you want. I don't know if it's good for you.
Yeah,
I mean, without dying, of course.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Serious-
how long can something be in contact with metal like that, and then you eat it? It's got to leach out something. I mean, the metal is made with different things.
maybe if it's kept at room temperature, as long as it's not kept in extreme.
Well,
I don't
they
think
say
that's-
that
I don't think that's the problem, Teddy.
you shouldn't even buy a can that's been like dented in, like a metal, like
Yeah,
soup. If
'cause
it's
it-
got a dent in it.
It
Oh, yeah.
it's not good.
activates something,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
some shit like that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Okay, you guys have never done OnlyFans, have you?
What do you mean?
Admit it. Have you ever been on OnlyFans before?
Oh no.
like as a customer or as actually doing an OnlyFans account.
Ted, I mean, I don't know, Ted. Either one. Do you have something you want to tell us?
I've never done OnlyFans, but I do enjoy reading the stories about some unfortunate gentlemen out there who've spent thousands of dollars on OnlyFans models to, whatever they're showing them. Like I said, I've heard of it, obviously, but I've never been on it, of course.
Okay, so I was reading an article about a girl, and she was talking about her OnlyFans experience. Like, she's in OnlyFans. So she started very pretty, very pretty. Her freshman year at Boston University. Okay, she goes to her parents and says, I'm going to start an OnlyFans thing. They didn't have the money. She goes, I don't want to take out a loan. I'm going to start an OnlyFans thing, and I want to make the money so I can get to college for free. And she talked about how expensive college was and all this kind of stuff. And I guess her folks, according to this article, her folks said it was fine. Okay, so now it's 4 years. She's a senior right now, and they're interviewing her. And she has, in 4 years, 700,000 followers. And I think they're actually called masturbators. 700,000 masturbators, okay, or followers. And she's made over $2 million.
Yeah, it's not followers; it's paid subscriptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean followers are free on Instagram and stuff. This is a subscription.
These are paid masturbators.
She has how many
700,000
subscribers?
subscribers.
Yeah.
Subscribers.
So actually, here's my question: what if we started an OnlyFans with just us, and could we get some subscribers too? Not guys, of course.
Here's the problem. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it
no,
would
of
be
course
guys.
not. You could discriminate against who subscribes, right?
I would have a filter system
You can't.
to block
So
what, 'cause you
and
wouldn't
who-
want
How would you
to
know?
block
that-
your-
You're not watching them.
to block your
So you're
coworkers
doing
at
whatever
Chevy
you're
Chase.
doing. What do you care what
so
somebody's
Ted's going to
doing
go
to
through the
themselves?
names. Fred Jones. No Fred Jones.
I don't want him jacking off to me.
Oh, here.
But actually, what's
Christy
he,
Thompson.
No, what's
yeah,
he
she's
paying?
fine. Like
Wait,
all the names. Like
Every guy
Yeah,
is not going to
right.
use a girl's
Wait,
name.
Fred Jones is paying $500 a month. Okay, you know what? I guess I'll send him a pair of my used
This one goes out
boxer
to,
shorts.
This one goes out to Fred.
Here's what's so strange to me about OnlyFans. I've been thinking about this since we started talking about it. Because we said, can't you do something where it's non-sexual? And you're like, probably not.
Not really.
So, no, not really. But I'm thinking to myself, there are probably, I don't know, maybe 1 million people on OnlyFans that have like an OnlyFans account open for subscriptions, right? And like all of them
Probably even more than that.
all of them are like sexually based.
No,
or-
some of them are not, but they don't make any money. The only people that are making money on OnlyFans
So those are the
is
people.
if you have some
so those
sort
are,
of sex, some
So the people that are on there using OnlyFans for like, they're basically not getting any followers on their YouTube channel. That's basically a YouTube channel.
right. If you're
Because
doing
you can
cooking
subscribe, you
or
can have a
sewing,
YouTube channel.
Right.
Why would
right,
you go to OnlyFans?
Right. You're not making any money at all.
Yeah, but I mean, you can have a YouTube channel and you have subscribers on your YouTube channel.
Right.
People pay money for that.
Right.
Like I subscribed. It was like, I don't know. I think it was $1.99 a month for these two chefs. They're brothers, and they cooked. And then the only way you
I
can
thought you were going to say two chicks that make out while they cook.
no, they're
And
they're
I've
pretty,
never seen them cook anything.
they're pretty entertaining. It's mostly Italian food, but the only way you can get their full recipes for some of their stuff is if you have a subscription to their account. It was only $1.99 a month, and you get like 4 recipes a month.
So 700,000 followers or subscribers, and that is now $1.4 million a month.
I mean,
Well, I mean, they're making good money too, but I mean,
Well, I've just read about like teachers and like nurses, obviously, reasonably attractive women who, basically jettison their careers to do OnlyFans and obviously are making 20 times what they've ever made. So if you're just looking from a pure financial aspect, they're monetizing what they have, which is their looks.
Yeah.
That's capitalism at its finest. You can't blame them for that. And if there's an
Well,
audience for it, obviously.
Okay, so let's get to the
back
reason.
when I was a kid, you were a whore. If you sold your body.
But they're
that's not. I mean, that's not a bad term.
but they're not selling their body. They're just it's all video.
Yeah, Ted. I mean,
Well,
okay, so this
just a
is
modern
They're selling their
version.
bathwater.
As a 58-year-old man, that's my problem.
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I mean,
it seems whorish to me.
You're selling. You're
selling a fantasy.
Dude, you're out there.
You have
you're either
no- I mean-
you're either playing with yourself,
Yeah, but you know
showing
what-
yourself naked,
Where's your
having
soul?
sex.
You know
Where's
what it
your
is?
Where's your self-respect?
self-esteem,
It's a virtual
$2 million. Hey, $2 million bucks in 4 years.
It's a
I don't
virtual
really
strip.
need-
It's a virtual strip bar.
Yeah. I get it. No, Teddy, listen, I completely get it. And
Yeah.
it is probably my age and my upbringing that keep me from understanding that this girl is now, she's got college paid for. She's all good. But here's the reason I read the article.
Good for her.
It's not
Good for her.
good for her.
Well, I mean, I
So
know.
here's the
nothing-
problem that is coming from this, okay? So she got about 3 years ago, by about 2 years into it, is when the bad shit started happening. And she's still doing it.
What's the bad shit?
Well, she shared way too much of her details of her life.
Oh, so they found out where she lived now. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you get with the one. There's always going to be that one stalker
No,
dude.
no,
10
no.
stalker dudes. 100 stalker dudes.
So, so guys are now, I guess she shared times and where she was, and people were on campus finding her and like going up to her.
Yeah, it's over now. It's
Yeah,
done.
they were out in front of her house. She's had to move. She's had to move twice. She cannot go out at night alone. She said she will not. She will not leave her house at night by herself anymore.
But she got her money.
Yeah.
She got her money.
She's still doing it. She got her money.
She got her money.
Right?
Okay, so there you go.
Well, she made a choice.
Yeah.
There's a price. She did make a choice, but
so-
people don't think about the
And
consequences.
choices have and like I said, choices have consequences.
consequences.
So
and
she
people
said
don't
the
think about
first
that.
time she absolutely freaked out, lost her mind, when a guy, and I guess she uses a different name than her real name,
Of course.
yelled out,
Amber.
yeah, whatever,
Nicole.
and started like running
Casey
after
Lynn.
her on like a man, an adult man,
Yeah.
yelled out whatever her OnlyFans name was, and just ran at her
Yeah.
on campus
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you go back, there's plenty of stories long before OnlyFans ever came into existence where, like, a man would go to, like, a strip bar, for example, and he had his favorite stripper, and obviously the woman, he would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on the stripper over a period of time, and she would obviously be nice to him because that was part of her job, but in his mind, he thought they had a relationship, right?
Ted.
And then it turned out, and then and then he would obviously become a stalker, and sometimes it would turn fatal.
Are you talking about a friend, Ted?
A friend.
I'm talking about someone in the third person. Yes. So, but the point is, but that's a real thing, and there's plenty of people like that. That's been that way for decades. That's not a new
she-
thing.
Now,
but
now it opens
this
it up
is digital,
to
that's all.
everybody.
Yeah.
So she's had numerous times, campus police and regular police have had to stop men driving around her block, have had to take remove men from the porch.
They could actually kick her out of school.
Of her house.
Yeah, they should expel her.
She's a liability.
She's a liability to
campus.
school. Yeah.
And she says
Financially
she says
and-
people now know this stuff,
Yeah.
and they're sharing this stuff about her. So she says there's groups of men that are now sharing her information, and she again. She's proud to say she.
I'm shocked.
For the article, she was in the article. She had a Boston University T-shirt on, so she wasn't even trying to fake that.
Well, it's like Dave Chappelle said. He goes. You are not a whore, but you are wearing a whore uniform. So we get it.
So I mean, and I guess so they had some experts come on and talk about this, but this is a real thing. I guess guys are sneaking into people's houses, these girls' houses.
Yeah, obviously it's not right.
And I guess a couple of women have died.
Yeah, I mean it's the law of unintended consequences. But that's the downside where there's a lot of, unfortunately, like mentally susceptible, ill people or whatever you want to call them that obviously just with any type of.
But I would say she has to be leading them on, right? You have to give the.
Well, I'm saying like a normal rational person wouldn't buy into that, but there's obviously like a certain segment of the population, unfortunately, that is susceptible to that type of behavior. That unfortunately they turn that way under those. I'm not saying it's right and it's not her fault, but it's a situation in that whether she did it intentionally or not that she created.
Yeah, because
through her actions,
you're not making $2 million by not leading these guys on, making them think that X could happen. You're not necessarily saying it, but you're not saying. You're not saying no.
Well, let me ask this: when's the last time a grown man sent me $500 a month or lavished me with gifts of thousands of dollars for just being me?
You tell us.
Here's the answer. Zero.
Only Ted.
Zero.
Okay.
Zero.
Welcome to Only Ted.
Zero. I like that. It's OnlyFans Only Ted. I like that.
Only Ted.
Where we're just bored to death with just mundane stories.
It's just a million different channels of Only Ted doing all. Some of them are sexual. Some of them aren't even sexual at all. Some are just him saying this. Nazis.
But most of them are repeats.
Hitler.
Most of them are reruns.
I'll sell you my bathwater for 50 cents an ounce.
It always comes back to Nazis and bathwater.
So we open up a thing called Only Ted, and in every channel he actually emulates someone who's making money. So it's Only Ted Sidney Sweeney. It's Only Ted sex OnlyFans sex thing. Then he's selling it. At some point, he's selling hoses. He's selling
but it's a great idea. Why can't we have like a parody OnlyFans account where it's almost like OnlyFans?
Yeah,
but it's not
Only
Ted.
Exactly. Only Ted.
Yeah.
And you know what? I do honestly think we could make some money doing this.
And honestly, for $30 a minute, I will give you all the personalized attention that you think you deserve.
It's a phone call, Ted. You're living.
Remember the 900 phone? Remember the 900 phone line?
1-900 Only Ted.
We're bringing
Ted. You're mixing it up.
We're bringing it back.
Yeah. That. Oh my God.
Remember the 900 numbers back in like the 80s? It was like for like $1.50 a minute, like some woman
talk
with,
to hot.
No,
I remember those
The
commercials.
first minute
Yeah.
was free.
It was always like Svengoolie. Remember the Svengoolie show? There was always like they had those commercials between the Svengoolie.
Yeah, like 2:00 in the morning. It'd be
great.
like, "Come talk to me."
Yeah.
Yes, only $5 for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I think
But that was a precursor to that. That was a precursor, yeah. So that
Only-
was,
yeah.
like everything starts. Like here, I'll give you an example. So back in the 70s, I didn't know this, but my mother, I hate to say this. No, I'm going to say this. No, no, it's just innocent.
Okay,
It's innocent.
please.
But she took out classified ads in the paper for dating because that's the only medium that existed at the time. And actually, at the time, she was a woman ahead of her time. And now we have dating apps all over the place. So you got Hinge, Match, whatever.
Grindr. Shuffle.
Well, she wasn't ahead of her time.
Schnoofle.
That's just what everybody did.
No, but I didn't know that. But like when you're like a 9-year-old kid and you're looking,
Remember the movie Desperately Seeking Susan?
and you're
that was Madonna.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then men would actually write her letters. I actually saw some of. It wasn't anything dirty, but like she'd actually get letters in the mail. But that's what existed at the time in the 70s because there was no
Dear
social media.
Cassandra.
Yeah, there was no social media. So it
I
goes
don't
back
know
to
anybody who did
No,
that.
but it goes to my example. Like at the time, I didn't even know what I was looking at. But like at the time, that was a precursor to what we have right now.
She
right?
got that idea from the song. If you like pina coladas.
Yeah. So I admire her resourcefulness. So
Okay. All right. No, that's cool. I
That's
was
the
scared
premise
of what
that-
you were going to
that's
say.
the premise of that song. He took out an ad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally got scared of that for just a second.
Yeah.
I
No.
thought you were going to share something that you couldn't unshare.
No.
As soon as
'Cause
you
this is
said
such a
my
good show,
mom,
I couldn't-
No,
whenever
I didn't
you
say
say
anything.
my mom.
My mom was a prostitute also.
No, I never saw anything. But I'm saying, but I saw some of the clues, and at the time, I didn't know what I was looking at. But when you look at it in hindsight, it's like, wow, she was ahead of her time, and it was a precursor to what we have now, which is like a multi-billion-dollar business, right?
Well,
You're giving her way too much credit. That's what people did.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
Not
get
everybody.
It. Not everybody.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. No, it makes sense. All right, Mark, you have a movie mention?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Like Ted's just like, we do that?
Oh, he gets to talk?
Yeah. Oh, so Mark gets to do a thing.
Wait, there's another guy here?
Ted's,
Okay.
Ted's trying to figure out how we can get into
Not
your
for
movie
long.
mention right now.
Whoa.
All right. Let's see. Mark's movie mentions are sponsored by the Society. Oh boy, this is a bad one for this. It doesn't really fit, but hey, it works. The Society for Women with Small Breasts. For too long, women with large breasts have dominated our society. From T-shirts that say "My eyes are up here" to low-cut tops that force men to look at their unattractive, immense breasts. It's time for the world to bring awareness and appreciation for women with small breasts. The Society for Women with Small Breasts ask only one simple thing. The next time you're about to make an inappropriate comment to all of your friends about a woman with large breasts, instead, find a woman with small breasts and say something crass and rude about her. She will thank you for it. That's nice. Get everybody involved.
Nice. All right. And let the record show. Ted got up and left.
Ted
got up and left when yeah.
Well, he's taking a piss.
I know.
But okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, let's say shit about Ted because he'll never listen to the show. We could literally say anything we want.
We don't
won't
need
know.
it. We could just say it in front of him.
Yeah, he wouldn't remember.
There's-
it.
It's no fun talking about him behind his back.
It is kind of wasteful.
It's very wasteful.
It is very wasteful.
I withhold doing that because it's so wasteful.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Let's wait till he sits down before we. Are you back?
I'm bringing
He's
sexy
back.
All right. So the movie I want to mention tonight is a film from 1991.
Okay, possible. Very possible.
Kind of, it is horror film season, right?
Right.
So it is upon us, horror film season. So this is kind of like it's a non-noir psychological thriller called Cape Fear.
Oh, I love Cape Fear.
The 1991 version, starring Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange. Love her.
Yeah, she was hot for a while.
Oh, she was great. She's always
Small
great.
breasts too. So appreciate
Juliette
Small
Lewis,
Breast
Gregory Peck is in it, and one
He
of my
is?
favorite character actors. He had a cameo. One of my favorite character actors, Joe Don Baker. I mean,
Oh, I love Joe Don Baker.
Joe Don Baker, yeah.
He just passed away. Just past May, passed away. So it's Cape Fear 1991 version film because I say that because it's a remake of a film from 1962. This particular one is directed by Marty Scorsese. It's the 7th film or collaboration that he's done with Robert De Niro at this point. The movie's 90 minutes long, so it's right up your alley, man.
Perfect.
I
Loved it.
know you've seen it, but
One sitting, by the way. One sitting all the way through.
So it's a movie about a vengeance-seeking psychopath or psychotic rapist, I should say, Maximilian Cady. He gets out of prison to find retribution against the attorney who prosecuted him for raping a 16-year-old girl, and it was a hitting.
Whoa! It was just see, and this is where I have a problem with it. It's just a 16-year-old girl. What's the big fucking deal?
Wait, I thought he was going after his own defense attorney because he basically dropped the ball. It wasn't a prosecutor, was it? Because Nick Nolte was his defense attorney. Because I remember seeing that movie years ago.
Yeah, but he was a prosecutor by nature, I think. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
so he did defend him, but he was guilty. But what I guess I'll give it
Right,
away.
he was
so
the-
he
yeah,
withheld.
he was the
so
guy,
he
yeah.
withheld. So he was so. Let's see. It was such a heinous act that there was some other circumstantial evidence that said that the girl was pretty promiscuous and led him on, and so he decided to withhold that from the trial, which in turn gave him a longer sentence in prison.
Correct.
And at some point when he was in prison, he learned about his attorney, Nick Nolte, withholding that evidence. And then so he got out to seek vengeance on it. So he's always going to go to prison for the crime. It was just a matter of, how long was he going to be in prison? So he comes out and all hell breaks loose. And this is Robert De Niro's, in my opinion, one of his greatest achievements as an actor, this character of Maximilian Cady. It's just an amazing acting all across the board. And Nick Nolte's amazing in it too. I keep saying the word amazing, but
It's a great movie.
It's a great film, and it moves very, very quickly. It is a scary film. I mean, I know it's a psychological thriller, but there's some fucking. I mean, just DeNiro scares the shit out of me in this movie.
Yeah, once he gets going, doing his thing.
Yeah.
And he was in great shape, actually, like physically. He looked like Rambo. I'm not gonna say
he did. He altered his
shape,
appearance, like, I mean, big time for this film, for this role. That's what he called him, counselor.
Oh yeah. He says that all the time.
Oh yeah. You better watch your tongue, counselor. So what's great about it also is that the 1962 film. There's cameos by Gregory Peck, Martin Balsam, and Robert Mitchum. They were all starred in the original film. So they had cameos in the 1991 version too, which is pretty cool for Scorsese to do that. It had a budget of $35 million, box office $182 million in 1991. I don't remember when it came out in 1991, month-wise, but I highly recommend it. It's Cape Fear from the 1991 film with Bobby De Niro and Nick Nolte and Jessica Lange. Check it out.
And he did. De Niro,
It was a great movie.
Wasn't De Niro the crazy guy in that baseball movie?
Oh, The Fan with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, he was.
That's
the obsessed
another
fan,
one. I'll tell you what.
You
want to do a whole Robert De Niro weekend?
But so I think these movies came out right around the same time. That movie probably came out in '94, a little bit after this one, I believe. But that movie was crazy.
1996, yeah.
So he was a fan, remember, and he was yelling stuff out, and the old lady was looking at him. He's like, "Mind your business, mind your own business." He's yelling at that old lady, dude. He's got that van, dude.
He made some great movies, but I mean, he's a little nutty now. He's like 86. He's like 86 now. But I mean, he made some awesome movies back in the 90s.
He played a great lunatic.
Oh, lunatic.
Yeah, either a gangster or a lunatic. But he was, and obviously Taxi.
You know what?
Taxi Drive.
That was a
He was a nut job
wow.
there.
I'll tell you what,
that
man.
was a Scorsese film.
If
as well.
you're a little younger,
Goodfellas, So,
if you're a little younger,
Cold Trickle,
and you're hanging out, and you want to do some fun movies, some kind of like older stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, who you
just
talking?
Robert De Niro.
You talking to me?
You
talking to me?
Oh man,
I'm the
that
one
is
standing here. You must be talking to me.
Yeah.
man. That
Travis Bickle
from
Travis Bickle. What did I say?
You said Cold Trickle. That's
from Days of Thunder.
Oh, I get
Travis.
wow.
No, it's not Travis Bickle.
something.
Yeah,
Bickle.
it's Travis
No,
Bickle.
Something.
I'm
Bickle.
almost sure it's 100. I'm almost 100% sure it's Travis Bickle.
I think Travis Bickle is from that from a band.
It's possible.
No, I mean, yeah, but I will tell you this: if you want to,
so
if you want to
funny,
have
dude.
some fun and you want to see some movies and you haven't checked them out, I mean, I don't know if you can go wrong with a Robert De Niro movie. I mean, he's that good. I mean, I'm just running through my head now as I'm talking, trying to think
They had
of
to protect
some
Jodie
bad.
Jodie Foster was like 12 years old in that film, or 13.
No, in
Taxi Driver.
in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, they had to like. Yeah, it was. There's some.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I mean, wow, she's been in some fucked up movies. Yeah. Wow.
What was the movie where she got like raped on the pinball table? Like, what movie was that? That was a pretty scary.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of that.
That's exactly what I was thinking about when I
You're
said
right, Travis.
Travis Bickle. Yeah, but yeah, if you want to, I'll tell you what, man. If you're doing nothing, and you got the
Travis
clicker, search Robert De Niro.
Not Cold Trickle.
Yeah, no, I love Cold Trickle. Yeah, but search Robert De Niro and just go back and just sit through some of those things because I mean, I haven't seen
Raging Bull too.
Oh, Raging Bull. Yeah.
my
Dude,
God.
when he
It's
my
burned!
God,
You
dude,
burned it. I mean,
oh my
he
God,
was. I mean,
dude.
God, he just plays a fucking hardcore
Probably beat
lunatic.
the shit out of Joe
Yeah.
Pesci.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but his body transformation there because he had to be like in shape,
And
Jake
then he had to
LaMotta.
put
Then
on
he had
weight,
to be
yeah.
then he had to be out of shape, Jake LaMotta, after his career was over. Yeah, so there's another movie that was pretty.
Another
iconic.
Marty Scorsese film too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
I think we just went through all 7 of them before Goodfellas.
But if you got the winning formula,
actually-
I mean, that's the winning formula, right?
Hey, you
Martin
know what's
Scorsese.
funny?
formula
Now that I
is
think
Robert
of-
De Niro.
Now that I think about this, Cape Fear came out in '91. I think Goodfellas came out in '91 as well, and they're both Marty Scorsese films. So they must have filmed them like a year or two apart, right? But they both came out in
1991.
Yeah.
So he made Goodfellas and then he immediately made Cape Fear.
I think they. Is that how it went?
Yeah.
I mean, he had to be the highest
Well, they
actor.
both came out in '91. So
I mean,
they
he had to-
couldn't
No,
have filmed them.
Goodfellas came out in 1990.
Oh, 90. Okay.
But he had to be like the hottest actor back in the '90s, right? Because he was in. I mean, not only was in every movie, but everything he made was great, right? So it was a great movie. So
Oh yeah, no,
Great
it's
movies.
it's really funny when you think about it. I mean, god damn, I'll bet he's been in 100 movies. I bet he starred in at least 50 movies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, wow.
There was just 10 in the last like 4 years.
He's actually coming out with. Oh, Jesus Christ!
What? There's another movie currently.
Remember the Fockers or Meet the
Yeah,
Fock-
Meet the-
whatever
oh,
that,
yeah. Oh, no,
whatever
Meet the
that thing
Fockers,
is.
They're
yeah,
making a fourth one.
Is this fourth, maybe fifth Focker-in-law?
Oh, that's right. He remember. Yeah, remember who's a retired CIA guy? He goes. Your name is Gay Focker.
That is still.
Focker.
I got to admit when he
Gay
says
Focker.
that your name is Gay. Oh, a Bronx Tale.
Oh, Bronx Tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
been
mean,
in
he
everything.
didn't really star in that at all. But
And a
God,
Bronx Tale, yes,
damn,
he did.
I thought it was about the kid.
Well, he played his father. He had a prominent role in it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really more about. I mean, that was really more about the.
He's like the Forrest Gump of movies. Like everything that's been
About the
good,
kid.
he's been in it. So
Wow, I'm just looking through this list of movies, and and one of my all-time favorites, Midnight Run. It's nothing. It's a Midnight Run. Oh my God, it is so awesome. Okay, let's put this thing to bed.
James Grodin.
Yeah, love James Grodin. I literally
He's gone too. He's one of my
literally
favorite.
every time he was on like an interview show,
Oh, when
like
he was
a
on
Johnny
Letterman,
Carson
or
or Letterman
yeah.
or any of those things. I mean, he is so funny and he was so deadpan, and he just his comedy was just so low key, and you had to keep up with him. I mean, as frenetic as like Steve Martin was, and some of those guys, that top end guys, where it was just constant energy. He kept the energy so low.
He got better with age too.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his life. I mean, he just died like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Louis C.K. had a show on HBO. It was called Louis. We had a bunch of different shows, but his most recent one that was on HBO.
I remember watching that.
Yeah,
not a huge fan.
I love that series. He played a divorcee, had 2 kids, and he was living in an apartment. And James Grodin played an older doctor who was still practicing.
Yeah,
and he was living in the building with him, and he'd have run-ins with him, and they would talk. And I mean, James Grodin was just amazing in the film.
I mean,
in this series, just amazing.
Yeah, he kind of reminds you like a Bob Newhart.
Yeah,
just real low key, but insanely funny.
Yeah, but funny.
That perfect timing.
yeah, it's comedic timing. That's really what it is. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be like the loudest guy in the room. Sometimes the deadpan guy, the straight guy, is actually the funniest guy. Like if there's a comedy team, for example.
Oh yeah, well you know Bob Newhart and Don Rickle were best friends.
Really?
Best friends.
Well, I know they did comedy tours together, so that's probably how they started.
I don't know. I
think that's how
did
they
that.
all started on the. I think they were all like East Coast. What they call it? I want to say like the Jew thing. It was something like that.
But him and Don Rickles were best friends.
Yeah, I can see that.
The four of them, his wife and his both their wives. The 4 of them were couples. They dined and everything together. They were
It makes sense.
So speaking of comedy, before you give your final thought, I guess Dave Chappelle and Pete Davidson were offered like some ungodly sum of money to perform in Saudi Arabia. And I guess
Riyadh thing.
Riyadh, yeah. So apparently they had to sign something with the Saudi government that they weren't going to criticize make jokes about the Saudi government.
Yeah, they had a list of things you couldn't make jokes about.
But then the funny thing, like, so Dave Chappelle gets up there and he goes, this is the first thing he goes, this is real. He goes, it's easier to tell jokes in Saudi Arabia than America. You can say more things here, which is funny after you had to sign that, which is comical, So obviously they obviously whatever his number was, they reached his number, just like Live Tour, right? The Live Golf Tour. I'll never play for Live Golf. Oh, here's a number. Okay, well, I will play for Live Golf.
I think they had like 50 or 100 different people, and then a bunch of people who said they wouldn't do it because of that and because what Saudi Arabia does. And then I always laugh about that.
Saudi blood money.
Yeah, I always laugh about that because they're invested in all these companies, and they're part of our everyday life that we don't know about, right? Unless you look into it. Yeah. So saying you're not going to be part of it, everything we do. Here, this piece of paper with ink on it and printing that I got off a computer has some sort of connection to Saudi Arabian money. I mean, you can't. It would be like trying to avoid air or a toilet.
Yeah. Well, the point is, I think Dave Chappelle had already made like tens of millions of dollars before the Saudi thing, but obviously whatever they offered him, obviously compelled him to go there.
Such reckless amounts of money.
Yeah, I mean, so I think when he did the Chappelle show back in the day, I think he had like a $50 million contract. This is long before Saudi Arabia, so you can only imagine what Saudi offered him. And then to get up there in Saudi and in a lighthearted way say, I can say whatever it's easier to talk about to give free speech here in Saudi Arabia than America. We obviously know that's not real.
Yeah,
because
there was a list of like 10 things you couldn't talk about.
The Saudi royal family, religion out there. But other than that, it's good. But if you talk about that, we might have to chop your head off.
Yeah.
So I just want
everything else.
I just want to tell one quick story. This is my final thought.
Oh,
about Don Rickles and Bob Newhart, because I was a big fan of Bob Newhart and Don Rickles, and Bob Newhart he was on Conan O'Brien's podcast a bunch of years ago, and he told the story about his friendship with Rickles, and he says let's see, they became friends back in the 60s, and they were doing lounge jacks with Newhart. The two of them were. And they were headlining in the main showroom, and their wives had recently met, and they arranged for the couples to have dinner together. So the four of them all went to dinner, and they were finished dinner, and they were going to go see Don Rickles' lounge act, right? So they're walking over to see his late show, and Bob Newhart's wife, Ginny, remarked about how sweet and charming a man Don was, and Newhart warned him. He said, like, honey, yes, but he's a lovely man, but his act may be a little bit different than what you saw at dinner. So the story, it goes on. So Newhart and his wife were seated in the front row for the show, and Rickles came on stage and took one look at them and immediately went into his famously biting insult comedy routine, right? So he says, Rickles' first line was something to the effect as, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say my good friend Bob Newhart, the stammering idiot from Chicago's in the audience with his new hooker wife Bayou from New Jersey. That's good. And that's the first time Ginny Newhart ever seen him do his act. That's what he broke into. Called him a stammering idiot from Chicago and his hooker wife.
That's probably pretty tame.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine.
Well, he's probably one of the first insult comics. You got this Tony Hinrich guy, right? The guy who did the thing at Madison Square Garden for Trump's rally. But the point is, I know. But the point
not
is,
a comparison.
But I'm saying insult comedy. But I'm saying insult comedy has been around for a long time. It's just taking on different forms now. There's professional comics that's their whole shtick is like insult comedy. It's not just like
ruined everything I just said.
Correct, but there's no comparison to what Don Rickles did.
No, I agree 100%. But he
was kind of like a
to what that piece of
story.
shit did.
Of course, yeah. But I'm saying, that's the precursor to. I mean, it's obviously on steroids now. I get it, but that was kind of like the precursor to that.
That other guy, what the fuck's his name? That asshole you just talked about.
Tony Hinrich.
Yeah, he's a hate comic.
Yeah, but who's that other?
He
there's
just
a woman.
hate.
But is that Chelsea Handler? She's another insult comic, right?
No, she's just nasty. She's just dirty and nasty.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I don't think she's really all that. She's not that insulting. She's just really nasty. I mean, she spends, I don't know, like
I've never heard her routine.
One third of her entire routine is always about a vagina.
Okay, well, that's an important subject.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
There's stuff I've heard of hers, absolutely hilarious. And then there's sometimes like it's just too much. I don't know, man. It's probably like that for everybody. But it's just, I mean, it's just, man, she's just too much.
Well, comedy's subjective, so.
Like I can listen to Sarah Silverman say anything she wants. I've heard her make jokes about her vagina. I mean, that's probably 2/3 of her thing. And for some reason, it's funny. But I don't know. Chelsea Handler just doesn't.
It's just delivery.
It just doesn't. I don't know, man. It's just
her
grosser.
That Tom Brady roast was pretty funny.
Oh my god!
When she was roasting, what's his name?
Yeah. Oh, Kevin Hart, right?
Kevin Hart.
I heard a little bit of that.
That is
I heard a
okay.
little bit of
That Tom Brady roast. Yeah. I mean, if you
the
just
Kevin Hart shit was,
yeah.
I couldn't. I mean, I was
if you just want to laugh, if you just,
I'm gonna have to YouTube that because I heard that was pretty good.
She followed Kevin Hart, I believe.
And then she started just.
She
just
said thank you. She called him. What did she call him? Not 50 cent, like 5 cents.
Yeah, 25 cents or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if Kevin Hart has a sex tape, that's just funny in and of itself. That's the funniest thing I ever heard from Kevin Hart.
Dude, it was awesome. Okay, so that was Mark's last thought. Teddy, last thought.
My last thought is I'm looking forward to the chili cook-off in Indianapolis.
Yes.
On the weekend of October 17th.
Yes.
I need some good food and some subpar golf. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm super, super excited to see what happens. And if you can somehow win and not by sabotage, Ted, I will do. I'm just going to say it. Nobody's going to listen at 1:32 into this show. I will do whatever it takes to make Mark win.
Oh,
whatever it takes. Okay. All right. So Diddy has finally been sentenced, right? He'll serve just over 4 years in a federal prison. He's going to pay a $500,000 fine, and
nothing.
I believe he's going to get another 4 years of probation. Okay?
It could have been worse.
Yeah, and everybody knows what he did.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what he did.
It was bad.
Now, I'm just going to flip side it for you. You guys have heard of Robert Morris?
Like the college?
Yes.
Yeah.
The head of Robert Morris University, Robert Morris, just pled guilty, I think this last week.
He's alive?
To sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl for over 4 years.
Okay, that seems worse.
So
That
in
seems
the,
worse.
in the time frame, and this is like in the 90s or something, whatever it was, over the course of a little over 4 years, he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl who was actually friends. They were friends of the family.
It's called grooming, by the way. So
Absolutely. You might know him during Trump's first administration. He was Trump's faith minister during his first term in office. Okay. Now, we all know what Diddy did. I just explained to you, and this is, by the way, very light what Robert Morris did. Now, you might know that the difference between the two of them is black and white. Okay? Robert Morris, for doing that for over 4 years to a 12-year-old girl.
Same. She was 12 the whole time?
She was, no.
For 4 years she stayed?
She started at 12. Well, she's 16. Once it was 16, it was fine. What? It's just sex with a 16-year-old. I swear to God, I'm never going to think about that and never not just say that. He is going to serve. Oh man, this is gonna be a bad one. 6 months in a county prison for having sex with a child. 6 months in a county prison.
Will he be pardoned before he has to serve that?
Oh man, you know what? It would not. Honestly, you know what? It would not surprise me at all. It would not.
Without overrunning this final thought, the only reason I could think of is not so much the race, but it's just that obviously P. Diddy's more of a famous person, and obviously he's on video, beating his ex.
P. Diddy wasn't convicted of having sex with a 12-year-old.
Correct, but the point is Robert Morris,
Morris,
even though he's famous, like he's not really like that. Like he's not as famous as P. Diddy, right? P. Diddy's like in the news every day. I thought Robert Morris died back in 1890. You know what I mean? I thought he was like Joseph Smith from the fucking Mormon
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
What the difference between the two of them are? There's a simple difference between the two.
Yeah. Obviously, but I'm saying he's not obviously as publicized in the news, so that could, but that's a factor. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the factor that he got 6 months in a county prison. Well, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that Robert Morris gets at least 10 months worth of sex while he's in jail for 6 months, and I honestly hope and pray that every single guard in that place has a 12-year-old daughter, and they make sure that Robert knows that.
Oh, dude, you're sick. You want them to introduce him to their
do
12-year-old daughters.
I do not. But I want them to remember that they have a 12-year-old daughter and what he did. That's what I want. That is what I pray for. And that is, if there is a God, and whatever she looks like,
why don't you just
whatever she looks like, that is what I want her to do for me. That's one thing. I don't want to win the lottery. I just want her to promise 10 months.
You're the guy at the liquor store. He just wanted the Cubs to win. so you two have something in common.
Yeah, so you know what? I'll be the guy at the liquor store. Robert Morris, good luck.
Maybe we'll meet him on Grindr one day. I don't know.
All right. Let's see. Today's the 7th. Next week, we've got an awesome guest, Tom Devlin from the Monster Museum. The week after that, we're going to be posting our shows that we're going to do from the Chili Cook-Off. And then later, right after that, we are going to have a nudist on our show. So, hey, man, keep listening, keep enjoying. And, by the way, no video, so don't worry about it. Have fun.